we solve this example to explain the finite difference method for parabolic partial differential equations. So we are given a one-dimensional heat equation, and these are the boundary conditions. We take H is equal to 1 over 3 and K is equal to 1 over 2. The first task is to put the value of ut and uxx in equation number A, where ut is equal to ui j plus 1 minus ui j divided by k, and uxx is equal to ui plus 1 j minus 2 ui j plus ui minus 1 j divided by h square. Therefore, equation A becomes ui j plus 1 minus ui j divided by k is equal to ui plus 1 j minus 2 ui j plus ui minus 1 j divided by h square. Let us multiply k on both sides. So we have ui j plus 1 minus ui j is equal to k divided by h square into ui plus 1 minus 2 uij plus ui minus 1 j. Let us represent k by h square by lambda. So from this we obtain ui j plus 1. Taking uij to other sides, we have ui j plus lambda into ui plus 1 j, sorry, here we have j, minus 2 ui j plus ui minus 1 j. And let us simplify it a little more. So we have ui j plus 1 is equal to lambda ui plus 1 j plus 1 minus 2 lambda ui j plus lambda ui minus 1 j. And this formula is also called the Schmidt explicit formula. So in this formula, for more simplification, let us put the value of lambda, which is k by h square. But we know that k is 1 over 2 and h is 1 over 3. So if we simplify this, we get 9 by 2. So from the above formula, we get ui j plus 1 is equal to 9 by 2 ui plus 1 j plus 1 minus 2 lambda, sorry, let us put the value of lambda. So if we put the value of lambda, here we have minus 8 ui j and plus 9 by 2 ui minus 1 j. And We call this equation number 1. We are given that x is between 0 and 1. In other words, this first value x naught is given. So to find the value of x1, x2 and so on, we have the value of x1 which is equal to x naught plus h, and x naught is 0, h is 1 over 3. So the value of x1 is 1 over 3. Now the value of x2 is equal to x naught plus 2h. So x naught is 0, h is 1 over 3. So we get x2 is equal to 2 over 3. Now the value of x3 is equal to x naught plus 3h, and from here we get 3 into 1 over 3, so the value of x3 is 1. We use the formula xi is equal to x naught plus iota ih, where I is from 1 to so on. So now the value of t is also given, which is from 0 to 1, and the first value is t naught. So t naught is 0, it is given. To find the value of t1 is equal to t naught plus k. Now k is 1 over 2 and t naught is 0. So t1 is 1 over 2. The next value is t2. T2 is t naught plus 2k. Now k is 1 over 2, t naught is 0. From here we get the last value which is 1. Here we use the same formula. Ti is equal to t naught plus ik, where I is from 1 up to so on. We represent these values on a chart. So this is x-axis and this one is t-axis. We take I along the x-axis and j along the t-axis. So this is I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, and I is equal to 3. And here we have j is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, and j is equal to 2. So from these, we draw these lines. And from here, we get these lines. And now let us see the boundary conditions. So the first boundary condition is u of 0 comma t is equal to 0. So this is the axis on which x-axis is 0 and t is varying. So this value represents t-axis. So it shows that all values along the t-axis are 0. This value is 0, this value is 0, this value is 0. Along the t-axis, x is 0 and t is varying from 0 to 2 and up to so on. And now let us see the other boundary condition. The other boundary condition is u of x comma 0 is equal to x. So this is x-axis. This represents this axis because on this axis, on the x-axis, t is 0 and x varies from 0 and up to so on. So if we put x is equal to 0, we get 0. If we put x is equal to 1, so we need the value of xx. So x1 will be equal to x1, and that is 1 over 3. The value of x1 is 1 over 3. Now the value of x2 is equal to 2 by 3, and the value of x3 that is equal to x3 and its value is 1. So these are the values along the x-axis. And now look at the next boundary condition, which is u of 1 comma t is equal to 0. So the line at which x is 1, this is the line at which x is 1, and we represent this all values of u of 1 comma t along this axis. So this value is now 0, this value is now 0. Now the remaining values are these four values. So the task is to find these four values. Now represent these values in terms of uij. So on this value, x is 0 and j is also 0. So this is the value of u0, 0. This one is u of, now I is 0, but j is 1. And this is the value where x or I is 0, but j is 2. This one is the value where x or I is 1 and j is 0. And this one is the value where I is 2 and j is 0. And this one is the value where I is 3 and j is 0. And this one is the value where I is 3 and j is 1. This one is the value where I is 3 and j is 2. So now let us find these values. Here it represent. Now this represent I is 1, j is 1. Look at this value. On this value we have I2 and j is 1. Look at this value. Here we have I1 and j is 2. Here we have I2 and j is 2. So the task is to find these values. Let me write it again. u1 comma 1, we need this value. u21, we need this value. u1 2, u2 2. So we need all these values. So now let us find the first value for u1 1. Now look at formula number 1. How I can get u11 from the left hand side, where the left hand side is ui comma j plus 1. If I put I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0 in the left hand side of 1, then I can get u11. So let us put these values in 1. From 1 we have u11 is equal to, so to get the values, just put I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0 in equation number 1. And we can get 9 by 2 u2 0 minus 8 u1 0 plus 9 by 2 u0 0. And now from the given values from the chart, we can get these values. So 9 by 2, the value of u20, that is 2 by 3, minus 8, the value of u10 from the chart, that is 1 over 3, plus 9 by 2, the value of u00, that is 0. So just simplify these values and we can get 0.333. That is the first required value. Now let us find the next value. The next value is for U21. So to get U21 from equation 1, we need to put I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 0 in the left hand side. So let us put I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 0 in equation number 1. So we have U21 is equal to 9 by 2 U30 minus 8 U20 plus 9 by 2 U10, and now let us put the values from the chart. So we have 9 by 2 into 1 minus 8 into 2 by 3 plus 9 by 2, and the value of U10 is 1 over 3. So we have this value, and let us simplify this. So if we simplify this, we get 0.667. So that is the next value which we need. The third value which we need is U12. So to get U12 from the left hand side of 1, we need to put I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1. So 1 implies from 1 we have U12 is equal to 9 by 2, U21 minus 8, U11 plus 9 by 2, U01. Let us put these values from the chart. So we have 9 by 2, and the value of U21 we have just obtained it, and the value is 0.667 minus 8, the value of U11 we have obtained this value, which is 0.333, and the last value plus 9 by 2, the value of U01, that is 0. So if we simplify this, we get U12, which is equal to 0.337, and that is the next value. Now the last value is for U22. How to get U22 from the left hand side of equation number 1? So we need to put I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 1. Then from the left hand side we can get U22, and that is equal to 9 by 2 U31 minus 8 U21 plus 9 by 2 U11. Let us put the values. So this is 9 by 2 into 0. The value of U31, is 0. Okay. Minus 8 U21. The value of U21 we have just obtained. This is 0.667. Plus 9 by 2. The value of U11 which we have obtained is 0.333, and if we further simplify this, we get U22, which is equal to minus 3.837. So we have all the required 4 values. That's all.